What is going on, Gemini? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct. This is going to be your general reading for the second half of August that we're hopping into now. And we're going to see if we can get some clarity going for you guys, pull out all the messages that you should be receiving moving forward in the month. Hopefully you guys are having a good day or night out there whenever you're watching this video. I know we just did a bonus for Gemini, but I'm like, let's do another one just like for everybody else. So you guys are kind of towards the front of the line because you came out pretty strong, and you guys showed up strong in that last video. So thanks for tuning in as usual, Gemini. Let's get into the shuffle and we will get into your messages. All right, let's do this. Got some cards wanting to pop out already. We're gonna pull a few more. Oh, not that many. Like just a few more. But I think this one wanted to stay. So far we have the Star card and we have the Nine of Pentacles. Let me not knock down my camera. All right, and then we have the Temperance card. So I'm going to start off with those and then we'll just keep pulling a little bit more. All right, so you guys are coming out as the Star. Aquarius energy. Some of you guys could have Aquarius in your energy possibly. But I do feel like this Star energy is talking about a certain frequency that you guys are kind of tapping into. It's like the stars are aligning, and I think I was talking about this with you guys maybe in your last reading, or that could have been for Taurus, but I do feel like there is this energy where you see yourself kind of coming to the forefront of the plan or the blueprint that you have been having for a while, or you kind of feel that you're coming into connection with the divine plan that has kind of been in alignment, or things have been kind of like coming into alignment with you to put you in this position, right? It's almost like somebody that is connecting the dots a little bit, or seeing the dots connect. And before you got to this point, you know, of seeing these dots connect, sorry, I can't talk. It's almost like some of you guys were in a space where you didn't know exactly what was going on, like what's happening here, like why is this happening, why is this moving, why are all these different moving pieces happening, and I don't know what's going on. I feel like I have no control of my life. I feel like things are just like falling apart and falling in place, and I just have to be a part of it. And to be honest, there is energy that is really bringing that out, and a lot of that energy is true when it comes down to you maybe feeling like a lot of these events that have been happening in your life are fated or part of destiny, and they're part of a bigger plan and a purpose, and you're just kind of like a moving piece on this whole puzzle. In a certain aspect, that is what has been happening with you guys, Gemini, but you're the most important piece on this puzzle when it comes down to your life and your reality. So you're not just a pawn, you know, that's moving on the chessboard. You are the king or the queen. It's like you're the most important piece that is on the chessboard. So all these different things that have been kind of like moving into place have been happening in order to put you in this space of, you know, expansion and evolution and growth, and for you to have these showered blessings to come through for you from the universe. So I feel like in the second half of August, you're really kind of starting to connect some of those dots, and you're looking around like, okay, now it kind of makes sense why this happened, and it makes sense why that person had to leave my life, and this person had to come in, and I had to move to this place, or stay at this place, or take this job. Or it's kind of like everything is coming into alignment, and some of you guys are getting a glimpse into the universal plan that is for you, because I'm really getting the energy that this is really having to do with certain things that you kind of signed into contract before you stepped into this world. It's like there are some contracts that you just must fulfill, and this is why some of the things in your world haven't worked out while other things have. And you know why it almost felt like some things were dry in certain areas or spaces in your life, or you felt a boundary or restriction in certain areas. It's because it was bringing you to an overall like purpose and plan that is kind of I feel for a lot of you Geminis, it was above your pay grade when it comes down to like the specifics of it and the details. You just had to kind of sit down and enjoy the ride as all of these things were being connected. But in August, you're starting to see all of the dots connect, and what picture it's making. It's like the picture is becoming more clear. Just like when you get a puzzle and you first pour all the puzzle pieces on the table, it's like you really don't know what the picture is first, unless you look on the box and it shows you what the picture is. But a lot of you guys poured all the puzzle pieces down, and it's like you've just been piecing these puzzle pieces together, not knowing exactly what the picture is going to be. But in August, you're getting a better glimpse at that picture. It's like things are starting to become clear. Okay. Coming after that, we have the Nine of Pentacle energy, and I really feel like this is speaking to your independence, your growth, some of the things that are coming into harvest because of your hard work and your labor and your time and the way that you've been investing into yourself. I think this Nine of Pentacle energy is really like speaking to how you have been kind of like at the helm of this whole divine plan, and how all of these things have been working in tandem in order to kind of catapult you into this space of growth and expansion. It's like your vision that you have for your own life is the vision that the universe has really had for you, but a lot of times we don't know all of the moving pieces that it takes to get there, right? It's like we can't really figure out or put into strategy every little small little detail or step that it's going to take in order to get to the final destination. A lot of times we just envision us being at the final destination, and I feel like there has been a sense of control that you Geminis have not really been having in a certain sense, but it's been all for your good. It's like it's been putting you into this place of independence and power, and self-reliance with that Nine of Pentacle energy, and fruitfulness, fertility. It's like this is why all of these dots have been connecting. This is why you got these dots in the first place, right? It's like it was drawing a bigger picture, and these dots represent experiences, like scenarios, things that you have undergone and went through, So yeah, it's like something here is really being birthed and continuing to grow with that Nine of Pentacle energy. It's like it's starting to stand a lot taller and taller. I'm looking at this like a really large plant or tree that's just branching out and growing. And some of you guys could be starting to branch out in new directions, when it comes down to your overall blueprint for your life. Like it's taking on different forms. Um, like I said, some of the details are coming out with your plan, and you're starting to see some of the more specific um, details that the universe wants to reveal to you. So your plan as a whole could be taking on a different form, and you're like, oh, okay, like I had a feeling that I wanted to go in this direction, but I didn't understand totally why I wanted to go in that direction, or what I would need in order to make that happen. And it's like the second half of August, I feel a lot of details are coming into some sort of plan that you guys have set into motion. And it's really showing you how much it's connected to your overall purpose or mission in life. Okay. Um, After that, we had the Temperance energy, and this Temperance card here, I feel is the balance that's coming in after you receive some of these revelations, after you receive a certain level of clarity and illumination that's coming in with the Star card. It's putting you at ease. It's bringing you back to your equilibrium. It's bringing you back to this state of balance, that really is being reflected in your external world. It's like your internal world is being settled down. Like, settle down now, settle down, child. All right, like you're getting back into this space of peace and serenity, because when we don't have some of the details that we need in order to bring this full picture into life, it's like we get caught up in the details. Like, that's almost what I want to say. I feel like some of you guys have been focusing in on like all of the small little details, but not really seeing the bigger picture of why these dots are connecting. So because you're getting a big picture look at something, is bringing you back into a balance and a more peaceful state. And this is a peaceful state that brings in more manifestations for you as opposed to blocking them. When we're worried too much about how things are going to happen and how things are going to fall into place, it's like it blocks our manifestations, it slows it down. But when we kind of just let go of the control and we're like, okay, this is where I want to be, this is where I see myself getting to. I don't know exactly how it's going to take place, but I'm part of this creation. I'm co-creating with the universe, and you release some of that control. This is what brings that manifestation in a lot quicker. And so I feel a lot of you guys are seeing something, speed up and kind of progress a lot quicker because you're like letting go, because you're starting to see like, okay, it's not just me alone that's making this happen. Like I have some help in the unseen realms. Like I have a spiritual team that is piecing these things together for me. So there's only so much that you really need to know. The whole universe is conspiring with you in order to make this happen. So I like this. You guys are more balanced in the second half of August. It's like, yeah, less anxiety is what I'm feeling. Just very laid back. Let's get some more info for you. All right, next we have, Queen of Cups energy. So some of you guys could be dealing with a water sign, possibly. This could be a woman that's a water sign that's kind of like in your energy. Doesn't have to be. I feel like for the most part, this could be an energy that you guys are taking on. The Queen of Cups is all about having some sort of emotional fulfillment and being fulfilled emotionally in the things that she invests her time and energy in her life, the things that she experiences, and the people that she connects to. She is always looking for emotional fulfillment, and if that's not happening, then it's like deuces. Like she can't be around something that's not emotionally fulfilling. So I do feel like that is a area of focus for you guys, Gemini. In the second half of August, you're looking at your emotional fulfillment. What is it that makes me feel good? Who are the people that I like to hang around, that make me feel the best? Or what are the environments that I like to be in that make me feel the best? And some of you guys could be kind of yearning for those environments, is what I kind of feel. There could be a space here where you're feeling that you're not totally in those spaces that bring the emotional fulfillment in, or that match kind of like where you're at internally with your emotional fulfillment. Because the way that I feel we human beings work, because we're in this, third dimension, right, is like you can have something, a feeling, internally. Like, let's just say, for instance, with most of the spiritual community, the way that we look at self-love, right? And we're always like, well, if you're not getting the love from the external world, it's because you need to love yourself more, and you need to just show that love to yourself and pour that into yourself. And it's like, yeah, all that is fine and dandy, but what we need as human beings is the reflection of that same self-love in the external world too. So it needs to start internally first and then be reflected externally. Now, a lot of times when we're, before we get awakened, we're working from the outside in, and we're working from, okay, let's get some external gratification so it can make me feel better internally. But then when you start to awaken and come into the spiritual journey, you work from an inner space outward. And it's like, okay, I'm loving myself. I'm feeling at peace with myself. I'm feeling emotional fulfillment in my own company. And then now I want this to be reflected in my external world, because we do live in a 3D reality. We are made of matter. So this is where I feel like you guys are at. Is like you have built this space within yourself of enjoyment, of fulfillment, of fortitude, of self-love and self-care. And it's like you're looking for this to be matched and mirrored in your external world, just like the Queen of Cups is. And so I do feel that part of the plan that's unfolding for you is to show you that this is the journey that you're on. This is where you're headed to, where you do start to feel more emotionally fulfilled in more areas than one. And it's like you're coming to peace with something because you see that the dots are starting to connect, and it's bringing in your fulfillment, it's bringing in your wish. So you're like, okay, let me not try to control this as much, or let me not be in a space where I'm like losing it because I don't see it happening. You're starting to see progress happen. Even if every single thing is not showing up in your life or in your world that you want, right now, it's like you're starting to see how things are connecting behind the scenes in order to bring you this. And so, yeah, Queen of Cups energy, and we focused on that for a little second. So I think that was kind of like an important message for somebody out there. All right, we have two more cards. Let's keep it moving. So Three of Pentacle energy is here, and the Nine of Cups. These wanted to come out together. So for some of you guys, you could be getting some sort of emotional fulfillment in a business endeavor that you're starting, a new project, something that possibly you're collaborating with other people on, or you're just seeing yourself elevate in something that you've been working on for a while. This could be a job, a career, a business, a project, a creation, whatever it is. But the Three of Pentacles does represent something that you are mastering, something that you're receiving recognition for, something that's growing. Okay, this is usually my entrepreneurship card. So a lot of you guys could be stepping into entrepreneurship, and this could be one of the major things that is bringing you some sort of fulfillment. And if you're not an entrepreneur, then this could just be your job or whatever you're doing for money here. But you're getting some sort of wish coming true in the second half of August when it comes down to this endeavor, this work of art that you're working on, that you've been building and toiling for and putting your time and energy into. It's like you're seeing something really happen where you're like, oh wow, yes, yes. And this is part of that major plan that I feel like all the dots are starting to connect for. It's like this thing is culminating. The pieces are all coming together to the puzzle. And so you're getting happy. It's like, okay, wow, I can see it forming. I can see the picture coming into alignment. It's like I can see the progress with the Three of Pentacles. And other people may be seeing it too, because this is a card of recognition where other people see that things are shifting in your world and things are connecting and you're growing and you're evolving. And they're like, okay, wait, what are you doing, Gemini? Like, you were not here last year. You weren't doing this a couple of months ago. Like, what's taking place in your life? What kind of transformation is happening internally with you? Because there's a lot of positive energy around you guys moving into the second of or the second half of August or September. You're feeling ecstatic, you're feeling fulfilled, you're feeling satisfied in some sort of way. The Nine of Cups is also a card of contentment. So some of you guys could be beginning to feel content about your life and where you are. And this is attracting some of the other things that maybe you haven't gotten yet, right? It's like, okay, like I said, that Temperance card comes into mind again. It's like this is that inner peace, that equilibrium that you're starting to have, because you're seeing that things are progressing in a direction that you wanted it to go. And even though everything hasn't arrived yet, you're like, okay, I can chill out. I can wait a little bit longer, for this to happen, because I see progress, So pretty good energy. Gemini, let's just pull some more for you guys. We got the Three of Cups coming out. So somebody is celebrating something in the second half of August, moving into September. It's like Ace of Cup energy, big emotional fulfillments coming in. For some of you guys, you could be having some sort of reunion in love with somebody, to be honest with you, because that Queen of Cups is here and she's all about love. She's all about fulfilling connections, especially on the romantic level. So this Three of Cups could be representing a union that's happening for some of you Geminis, or a reunion for somebody from the past. But whatever it is, it's like your cup overfloweth, like for real. Ace of Cups energy, there's a lot of happiness that you guys are feeling. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this is taking place. Like, what is going on? Like, yeah, that type of energy. A lot to celebrate about. Cheers. Like, I see some of you guys like actually having a drink and like toasting to something. Like, it's been a long time, but finally this has happened. Toast. So it's either for some of you guys, if you've been working like on a project, or like I said, a job or career, you're seeing some sort of expansion that's taking place the second half of August, and some growth that's happening where you're really wanting to celebrate that. And you could be kind of feeling like in a social mood because you have so much progress taking place, and you're just celebrating this with other people. um and then for some of you other guys, this is something having to do like with a love connection with the Ace of Cups. Like, you can't get around it. This could be love. And yeah, it's like you could be celebrating the fact that your union has made it to you, has showed up in the tangible world, and you're like, yes, I'm going to drink from this cup and enjoy it. Yeah. And this has kind of I feel for some of you guys, your love life is really taking on a very deep transformation, because you're seeing some of the other things in your world come into a excuse me. You're seeing the other things in your world come into alignment. That's what I'm really picking up. It's like, okay, everything is starting to piece together. I'm getting success in this area of my life. It's like, and it's starting to affect your love life too. It's when things change and transform in our world, it doesn't just affect one area. A lot of times it has an effect across the board. So this Ace of Cups to me represents there is some happiness that's coming your way when it comes down to the romance. Yeah. Especially if this is something that you've been trying to manifest for yourself. It's like there is some reunion that is happening, or a union that's happening with that Three of Cups. Can't get around it. So yeah, I like that energy. All right, let's pull a few more for you, Gemini. Where are we at on the time? Oh snap. I can't see because I have my camera kind of okay, let me pause and check this. One sec, Gemini. Oh snap. I'll be back. Okay, Gemini, had to check the time. So we're only like, what, 22 minutes in. Let's pull a few more cards, and I'll go ahead and wrap the reading up for you guys so we won't be here forever in a day. Let's see. All right, so we have the Justice card that comes out. Yeah, a lot of karmic rewards coming in for you guys. Oh, man. And a lot of these karmic rewards that are coming in for you guys are really going to be some sort of payback from the universe for you have the Justice card, right? This is that karma, you know, karmic rewards coming in for some sort of blockages that have been going on in your life for a while, with the Eight of Swords representing blockages, things that were not moving, things that were on hold, things that you felt restricted in. And it's just like, wait a minute, this just does not make any sense. Like, how can this be this blocked? Like, why is it nothing happening in this area of my life? And especially when it comes down to emotional fulfillment. Yeah, I feel like some things were just like blocked in your world. Um, and for some of you guys, this did have to do with karma, is what I'm picking up. There was a karmic tie to some of the blockages in your world, possibly rooting back to your past life, especially if it didn't make any sense in this life at all. Like, why certain areas will be blocked off in your world. A lot of times it's because we're paying off karmic debt, to be honest with you. Yeah, from things that happened in our past life. But you guys have some karmic rewards that are happening going into the second half of August and September. And I feel that a lot of this is going to be shown in your world by certain areas of your world being unclogged or unblocked. Emotional areas for sure. So it's like you're no longer going to be experiencing certain blockages and struggling with certain areas of your life that you felt restricted in the past. It's like those are being unlocked. Karma is coming in, banging the hammer down, like, okay, enough is enough. Like, that's it. That's all the debt that they have to pay. And so I'm pretty happy for you guys, because something here I feel is being unlocked for you with the Eight of Swords. A blockage is really coming out of your life. So yeah, let's pull some fairy or a fairy card for you guys, and then I'm gonna wrap it up because I got to get some other readings done for other signs, but I like spending time with you Geminis as always. Let's see. Let's pull one for you here. Five of Winter. It says walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. Five of Winter. So I really feel this is connecting back to what I was talking about at the very beginning of the reading. We were kind of talking about how you've kind of been in a space where the dots have been being connected, and there's been a little bit of some fated events that have been happening in your life up to this point where you're like, okay, I don't have control of this, or why is this not happening, or why is this door closed? And it's like Five of Winter energy. Yeah. Walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. So some of you guys are letting go of something that's really not worth the effort, or really realizing that something you thought you wanted, or a direction or a path that you thought you were supposed to go in, is not really the best thing for your happiness. And that is really being revealed to you, I feel, the second half of August, especially going into September. All right. So I'm going to end it right there for you, Gemini. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. If you did resonate with the reading, you can like, share, subscribe to the channel, or comment about it in the comment section. I always like your comments. I read them all and try to like them all. If you guys want to, you can follow me on IG if you're brand new here at chrisanthony14lbs, Chris Anthony 14 pounds. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can book that in the description of the video. It'll have all the details about how to book. All right, until next time, stay safe out there. I'll see you guys again in September for your September reading, unless I do a bonus in the middle of that time. So we'll see, but later.